Things have really taken a turn within the past hour or so. These blizzard warnings, they continue until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, but the height of the storm is expected between now and roughly noontime. Even as it progresses westward, our overall storm movement is further off to the east, so this band is nearly stationary. And that's why we have this jackpot here across our state and across southeast Massachusetts. Still awaiting some of the reports. Majority of the region now over 20 inches of snow. Newly fallen snow at that, of course. Now, if you are looking to dig out your car, you're going to see scenes like this. Wind is sustained at 48 miles per hour. So it is sustained as a tropical storm currently in Narragansett. Of course, that means we're gusting over 60. Feels like down to 17. You can split that air temperature in half just with how strong that wind is. Visibility around a quarter of a mile or less. Blizzard conditions currently ongoing. A little bit of some sunshine to start off tomorrow morning. It is short-lived, though, and in comes more of the rain. Heading for our Saturday late afternoon, 4 or 5 p.m., overspreading the region. Even some heavier downpours possible along the south coast. 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Look at these wind chills right back to -10 to -15. That's why we're keeping this Storm Team 10 weather alert through the weekend. The coldest morning since 2023 currently in the forecast. Still watching this Monday potential very, very closely. Some of the newer data this morning still showcasing that potential for a significant snowstorm. The radar is estimating 0.49. If you can just move that decimal place 1 point, that is 4.9 inches falling in the hour. Now, it does vary a little bit. 46 New Bedford blowing right up Buzzards Bay. So if you're traveling the bridges tomorrow afternoon, likely will be swaying quite a bit. You know, it's actually tough to replicate this in terms of visibility. Around a quarter of a mile right now in downtown Providence. So it's essentially just as low visibility as our densest fog that we can get here locally. But we look at the velocity, and that's around 81 miles per hour. Now, it's just above our surface level, but we are seeing some wind gusts towards 70 miles per hour. You combine that with the heavy wet snow and temperatures sitting in the 30s, and that leads to widespread power outages. We're currently seeing that in southeast Massachusetts. Thankfully, our numbers have not been too bad across the interior. Now, if you are looking to dig out your car, you're going to see scenes like this. Charge in some of your devices, and of course, filling up the water bottles, making sure you're good to go in case you do end up losing some power. Currently seeing snowfall rates throughout the majority of the region between 2 and 4 inches per hour. Look at some of these reports. Just a glaze of ice north and west of 295, the Providence area, where we could be seeing a little bit some higher amounts up towards the Worcester Hills. So if you do travel 146 in the morning, likely a little bit slick, especially on some of those side roads in and around the highway itself. Just some light rain shower activity, maybe a little bit more steady out towards the Mass Pike, the 84 corridor. That low pressure system, potent low, further off to the east, we're seeing some backtracking swells here, and this has led to a coastal flood advisory until 2 p.m. for the Cape and the islands, eastern Mass. So if you're going home from those New Year's Eve parties, of course, the later you go, the more snow you can expect on the roadways. 59 degrees for our high temperature today, so we are gaining about 5 degrees from yesterday afternoon. That northwest breeze, though, 10-20 miles per hour, making it feel a little bit cooler. Blizzard cleanup continues. Travel ban remains in effect. Clipper system tomorrow. Some light accumulations possible north and west of Providence, according to 2 inches. Nothing like what we had out there for yesterday.
At least I will take a little bit of rain if it means that it's not going to be frigid outside.
It's the sacrifices you got to make.
You have to make some sacrifices. That is correct.
45, 27, those are our averages. It was an above average day. Remember, I was telling you yesterday we'd only seen 3 in the past 30 days. Well, that number's now up to 4. Highs are going to be 5, 10 degrees below average. We're typically in the mid 40s this time of year. But by Tuesday, things are changing. Roughly 15, even up to 20 degrees above average away from the immediate water's edge. The daytime sun, well, it heats the ground. That's exactly what we saw. Low pressure develops, and what the wind wants to do, it wants to converge. And when that happens, we get a circulation developing, and what we don't see here is kind of those bright, vibrant colors of a rainbow itself. That's actually because of the smaller water droplets we see in fog, opposed to those raindrops that come down on the backside of a rain shower. Kristen, switching gears now to the forecast. Some bright skies expected these next coming days. Temperatures on the climb as well. Now, we did see a nice stretch of actually above average temperatures as we continue through the month of March. You can see it here, +6 back on the 7th. And we continued much of that trend until roughly yesterday. A little bump in the road. -9 degrees was our temperature departure yesterday. That's between the high and low temperature average during the daytime. Today, looking to be just below average as well. But we'll be back into this plus territory as we gear up for the weekend, kind of countering much of the cold winter we did see. People's Creating Skycam Network, Situate Power Equipment, downtown Providence right now. Not too much really going on. Partly cloudy sky as we wake on up early this morning. What we do have is some chilly temperatures. Down to 25 right now in the city, officially TF Green Airport. Calm winds at the moment too, so high pressure in place. Our humidity is more elevated than yesterday, so you may wake up with a little layer of frost on your windshield to begin for this morning. Wind chill at 25, so thankfully not seeing much of a wind chill factor. It actually may have felt a little colder yesterday morning while temperatures temperatures were similar. We had a touch of that northwest wind that was keeping our wind chills down into the teens to start off yesterday. We're 43 degrees this afternoon. That's better than the 35 we had yesterday. More clouds to the north and west, just shy of average for high temperatures, and a bit of a southerly wind starting to develop for the afternoon. You'll notice that more towards the coastline as your temperatures will be held back. So we're 35 degrees in Newport, heading towards 11 a.m. As you can see, those northern areas, Woonsocket, Gloucester, seeing some additional cloud cover through the late morning. Similar story for the afternoon. While inland spots, we'll see more in the way of some milder temperatures. The clouds are going to limit our temperature progress. What's limiting the temperature progress down to the south will be more of that onshore wind flow. Our current ocean temperature still remaining in the 30s, and some of that cooler air advects onto parts of the land, and of course that results in some upper 30s for high temperatures opposed to those inland 40s. We continue for tomorrow afternoon, temperatures falling back down into the 20s and 30s overnight, but we're climbing on up for the second half of the day. 50 degrees in Providence, more of a southwest wind flow, so the start of spring looking more spring-like, more seasonable all in all. A quick round of showers. This looks to arrive after dinner time for Friday, continuing in the overnight, and then potentially a few more showers as we wake up for Saturday morning. This clears out here relatively quickly. I think the afternoon peaks of sunshine and temperatures already with a head start through the morning, so that does mean we'll be climbing above average once more, at least through the weekend. Saturday night into Sunday, low rain chances all in all. Sunday night, though, bit of a different story. You can see those rain chances going back up as another disturbance looks to push on through the region. And this one's not only going to bring some rain showers for our Sunday night into Monday morning, it also is going to bring some cooler conditions on the backside of this front. So as we continue through the weekend, above average, low mid-50s, but by Monday, only at 41, which is below our average high of 48 degrees. So much of next week, unfortunately, we'll be seeing the jet stream lodge on down to the south, and it does mean we're kind of trapped with some of these cooler and below average temperatures heading for our Monday and Tuesday. At least a decent weekend to enjoy aside from some of those rain showers. Damp early on Saturday, 54 degrees for the afternoon, peaks of sunshine as well. Sunday the opposite, increasing clouds second half of the day. We're up towards 55 degrees, 41 degrees on Monday, 42 on Tuesday there. As we continue through the middle of the week, we are warming into the mid 40s. And there's quite the glare for Mario to me right now.
Temporary. Lift the jet stream. Lift it up, AJ.